Yeah. Yeah, we're feeling to meditate together tonight, today, wherever you are. Maybe we can allow to ask to become aware of what we still need to release. So tonight I feel inspired for all of us to seek for the barriers within that we have raised against love. You can even just check in and see how you feel in your body. Is there any knots or tensions? Do you breathe effortlessly and relaxed? Or does it feel shallow and a bit strained? And if you find any tension, this is a sign of fear or holding on in some way to some control. We will go into this meditation and Barret and I will guide you deeper inward. Release what is still in the way.
As we take this inward journey, we're reminded that we're safe to feel whatever we feel. Safe to look at whatever wants to be seen. Because this is a healing space, healing focus. We can simply be with whatever is coming up. And know that we're okay. So if for you there's some fear coming up, you can let yourself know you're still okay And while that emotion is showing up, that you are really the witness with Holy Spirit of whatever is showing itself. And again, just to really underline this, you are safe on this healing journey, this healing experience. And with that, you can take Holy Spirit's hand, being led by Spirit, deeper into yourself. And on this journey within, with Spirit right there with you, perhaps you come to a door, a closed door, and as you come to this door, you can see that it's not actually secured, it's closed. And even just being at this door, you can let yourself just notice what feelings are here. Perhaps letting yourself release some tension that's come in. Again, remembering that you're not alone in this, that Spirit is here, right here with you. Reminding yourself that all of this is for healing. And that healing is what you want. At this point, a question comes in. The question is, what would it take to open the door? As this question is asked, you may already know the answer, or perhaps Spirit can tell you the answer. Even just to check in to see if you feel like it's a safe thing to open the door. And if it does feel like it's safe, if it's okay to open the door, you can let it open, or perhaps you can feel yourself opening the door. And if your door is opening, being opened, what, what are you finding? What's on the other side? Let yourself turn to Spirit and just see if there's anything more for you to understand. And then you can thank Spirit for being with you through this experience, for guiding you always. And we can just let go of the experience, the image of the door. Just feeling grateful. Knowing that whatever came forward for us in this experience is helpful.
Yeah. Experiencing separation is like a dissociative disorder. And experiencing individuality, separate minds and separate selves. There has been a dissociation. So as we meditate now, we can stay with this topic of finding how you have dissociated. What does it look like for you? And maybe let it come to you rather than trying to think about it. As you find an obstacle, the way through is to be very gentle. Just to look, acknowledge, and then let it go. The spirit. When you feel ready, you can come back to the Zoom room. You can open up to see if there is any shares, or maybe you discovered something in this meditation. Or maybe there is something you'd like to talk about, because as we know, this is a journey of just exposing whatever is blocking, and it is exposing its spirit to the light. And if it did not work out in the meditation, then we can do it here in communication. It's so brilliant. It's never too late, and it's never anything wrong. Sometimes I think of the ego as like the devil, and we're getting out of the devil's grip. The devil is like all self-hatred and outward hatred, and whatever hatred or anger or self-doubt, all these self-attack thoughts that can go on in the mind. The ego commenting always, and sometimes looking back and saying, you should have done that differently. You're wrong. Like a little devil. It's very, very harsh belief system. Does anybody recognize that? Jesus says there is no hell, other than in our own minds, as we experience this life on planet Earth sometimes. This is literally awakening from hell. We're opening up to joining, and that literally kills the ego. It makes the devil go away. It can't stand joining. It takes the back door out. Did you have your hand up, Anna? I did not see, or did you just do this? You did, yeah, okay.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. My whole life, I walked around with a really sore stomach, like a knot in my stomach, right? And you guys always guide me to use my body and look for things inside my body. So I sat with that, and it's all about willpower. Today has been a really amazing, every day is amazing at this point, every second of every day. But it's all about willpower. And I think I saw like taking the will of God that he shares with me and using it, not that I could ever actually pull it off, but using it for a sense of individuality, and how that has been that sickening feeling that I've had ever since I can remember. Like, it's always there. It's always been there. Just like this homesick, sickening, like wanting to throw up feeling, like all the time. And so I'm just asking Spirit to like show me what the lesson of willpower, because it shows up everywhere. And my misperceptions of what willpower means, because first I put it with like behaviors and stuff like that. And to just, I don't know. Like, I want to be with God. I don't want to be alone. I don't want to be an individual anymore. Maybe I wanted to for a while. Maybe I thought that would be a fun idea, or it looked fun, or I have no idea why I thought that was a good idea maybe to begin with. But I'm really glad it's impossible in reality. In reality, it's absolutely impossible. Can cover yourself over with dizzying images and things like that, but you're just dizzy. You're not really separate. You're just really, really, really dizzy. So you can't see straight anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. And to just hand that over. My will is not to be separate from God. The ridiculousness of even saying that. Like, it used to be so heavy, like would just like send me into like puking and hiding under the blankets, and now it's like, it's almost funny. I can't wait till it's totally funny. But yeah. And just thank you for the space to do this. And yeah, and thanks to everybody that's doing it, because I don't understand what it means to be one, but I have a vague, fluffy idea anyway. And yeah, like we can't do this without each other, because there's just no way. One mind with a bunch of thoughts inside of it. Well, all the thoughts have to come into alignment with the mind, otherwise it's not going to work. So thank you to everybody that goes on this journey and doesn't just stay blind and try not to look at all the crap that they're dealing with. Yeah, that's my share.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's it. And it's good to do this check-in, like, in what way do I believe in separation right now? We can ask the question in so many ways. Like, we can check in how the body feels. That is a good way, because usually we project our feelings to the body, and we freeze, or we feel tension, or like you said, this sour ball in the stomach or something like that. Your whole life, it's like, yeah, what is that tension? What do I believe? So yeah, it's great. It's great to find out how we dissociate so that we can release the fear. Because it keeps, as long as there is fear in the mind, it keeps wanting to take different forms and get projected onto this and that and the other.
Yeah, I want to expose an ongoing, well, not an ongoing, something that triggered me for so long. I can't remember when it started. And it has to do with when someone seemingly projects on me something. I feel cornered. Oh my gosh, they think, they say I think that, and they say I'm this and that, and I don't recognize myself in that. Well, it drives me nuts, and it brings anger to the surface, and I lash out. Like I can't stand it, and it feels very unsafe, and I feel, it feels so unsafe. Why did I take that seriously if I know that it's not there? It's not. I don't put me in a role like this. And yet I take it seriously. I can't understand how I get entangled in that. And when I see it after, I'm like, what? Why did I get so angry? Now I can see that it has nothing to do with me. But so it happened like a few days ago, and it was very difficult, and then with the help of mighty companions, we could sit together and unentangle the things, right? And so I wasn't the target anymore, quote unquote, like the bad person, or in someone's mind. So it felt, oh my God, I'm so grateful for that. And yet I'm afraid that it's going to happen again, because I seem to represent the bad figure in someone's life, and it happens like it's regularly, like it's, let's say, at least once a year that it happens to someone that sees me like I don't know. So, and I become, it's like it's almost as if I become what they see in the first place. Like you're the mean mom or something, and I turn into so. And then I feel guilty. So this morning I felt like all this guilt was coming up, and I couldn't stop crying because I got angry, right? So I want to put that, and when I saw the door in the meditation, the door was really about that, and it was like, yeah, I want to see this, what's behind that door, like, and I mean, even the door had fang and weird stuff. Like the door itself was scary. And then when I opened the door, it was a dragon, but it was pretty friendly. But anyways, but I have in my mind that it's impossible to undo because it's been there for so long. So when you said something like, you know, the Holy Spirit is there, and it felt like there was hope. Oh, okay, there's something I can see, and I'm willing to see. I'm really willing to release this, what seems to be impossible to release. So yeah, that's my sharing. Thank you.
Thank you. We spoke a bit about not taking things personally here in the community just a couple of days ago. And that's a very, very helpful practice, you know. And I also, yeah, there are so many helpful tools in the course, like setting the goal. You know, when you enter a situation, if you have peace as your goal, no matter what the situation looks like, you will receive peace. You will see peace. You know, even if somebody seems to get upset, you know, you will just see the situation as an opportunity for peace of mind for you, for your mind. But I think the strongest guidance I felt around this when you share is being above the battleground. Or I even saw you going away, walking away, turning your back, not acknowledging the false, not listening to lying tongues. It's one of the lessons. I will not listen to lying tongues. Yeah, when we start to accept our worthiness and our holiness, my mind is part of God's. I'm very holy. There is nothing really that can bother us. You may even say thank you, you know. I'm glad you got your anger up, you know, to this person, or, you know. Yeah. And Lori, Reese.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, I think I don't want to share. I'm in that place again, but I know I have to.
Good.
And I think the way separation shows up for me is this, like, just exhaustion and kind of disinterest comes in. Yeah, I feel like I've been in a bit of a flat place for a couple of days. And in the meditation, I couldn't really see the door, but I was aware the door was open. It wasn't closed. And I went through the door, and there was like a beautiful forest. Everything was lime green and sparkly, and it was kind of like an animation where the birds were tying bows in the air and like a Disney film. But I just didn't feel part of it. I didn't feel like I was really there. And I do feel like there's something significant about that door. It's like I feel like in the past couple of days, I can see the door out of here. It's like I know exactly what I need to do. And yet, and even last week when I had a day of just such a beautiful experience of peace, and even with all that, there's just this huge resistance. And there's been stuff up with the kids that's going to the school, like hating the schools, basically. And I feel like I'm in this place where I'm not really buying into the story. And I know that if I'm seeing upset out there, then it's upset in my own mind that needs looking at. And it's this like disinterested.
Yeah.
Just
It feels like you have taken a step forward, because that disinterest feels like right-mindedness. It feels like in the past you would actually buy into these things and feel really guilty or bad, or you have taken a great step. You know this is not real, and you don't need to buy into it, and yeah, and sometimes the kids have had these feelings come up when there is a change, and it's been quite a long Christmas holiday, and then coming back, it's a change again, So I think it's just to gently encourage, and like you're doing, like you're not really buying into.
No. Yeah, I'm not really buying into it, and I do feel like I absolutely know I need to go and look at my own upset and my own interpretations of schooling and education and my own wounds, really.
Mm-hmm.
But then there is still some pull towards, I want to see the kids happy. So there's still the focus outcome. I want to see the kids happy going to school. I don't want them to be miserable every day. And I just keep handing, like I do keep, I'm giving them to you, Holy Spirit. I'm sending them to the light. I keep practicing. But then I'm looking for evidence of how that's working, which isn't always my own peace of mind. I want something out there to. Yeah, so probably just not to judge this disinterested feeling. And there's a reluctance to even do the work, though, to even, I feel like, I don't know, like I'm in a trap.
Yeah, and what is the trap about? What is it that you think you can't do?
I feel like it's the massive fear of the light and the love.
Yeah.
And that really all of this stuff is kind of an excuse to. The problem's not out there.
Thank you for sharing this. And I feel even you just sitting there so still as you are now, even to let this love in a little bit, and this light that is effortless. It takes lots of effort to keep up illusions.
It's exhausting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it came to me in the meditation. It's like I want that, and it, when I'm in that experience of all that peace and love, and even when I come out of it right afterwards, it's like, why would I want anything else? But then just this strong feeling of like, oh no, I don't want that. I want I want to be trapped somehow. I can't.
Really? The question is coming in, really?
Yeah, that's me and Gareth did an exercise where we had to revisit childhood wounds, and we kind of based it off of this pattern that we keep getting stuck in. And it was so illuminating, like just seeing how our wounds complement each other, and then we re-trigger each other. And it was all about like discovering what the need is underneath and how we can really fulfill that need for each other and heal.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things was we didn't, as children, we just wanted to be heard. We wanted to be understood. We didn't want to be fixed. You know, all this stuff came to light. So even in seeing all that, and I can see in the kids, they just want to be allowed to be sad sometimes without even knowing this. I had the thought today, like, really, maybe that's all we're here for, so that I can meet their needs and stop this cycle of wounding.
Mm-hmm.
And yet it doesn't feel enough. There's something going on that just, it's guilt, isn't it? It's just guilt that, yeah. I want it, I don't want it, I want it, I don't want it. It's this like bizarre, horrible. And even hearing you saying, can you let the love in now? It's that feeling like, can I? Can I? I don't think I can. Not, why? Not right now. It's that kind of feeling like, no, I can't right now.
You're too busy.
Maybe we can pencil it. Maybe we can pencil it into your calendar.
Yeah.
Well, maybe just joining here, it may have snuck in a little bit.
A little bit. And I've been very busy in the run up to the meeting, like that's not helped. Yeah, too busy for love and peace. Okay, I'm going to try and let it in. It's not even a trying. I'm just something about giving up the analysing as well. I feel like that's coming in the best. It's giving up all the analysing, like just feel it and let it go.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that depression and heaviness it's like a belief that you have been deprived. And all you think you've been deprived of is God's love, you know, and so to question that and see this, they can't be true, you know.
Feel fizzy. I feel like my heart's beating and I just feel fizzy. That's all I've got. It's going to be. Thank you.
Thank you. Let your love shine. What is that song? I feel a song in my mind. Let your love show.
Sounds
Let
good.
your love shine or something. Yeah.
Just sing a few bars.
I cannot say it. Just let your love show. Let your love show. You know that song?
Oh, but I like this one.
It's funny with those childhood trauma stuff, you know. We were joining a bit earlier, and it was very peaceful. I was in this kind of golden light kind of feeling. It's really peaceful. And then I shared some thought with Barret, and he made a joke, a really funny joke. Like sometimes he's really funny. He said, "Well, I'm gonna have to spank you."
Because she was feeling bad. Okay, well, guess you need a spanking.
And just him saying that, I thought it was just a joke, and we laughed, both of us. And then just a few minutes later, I noticed this golden light was gone, and there was this, you know, feeling of something had, removed. I had removed myself from that. So I was like, what is this? And it just dawned on me, I was spanked as a child, you know. My dad pulled my pants down and spanked me when he was angry at me, when I was angry. So I realized, that's some trauma there, because I noticed some tension. So this, like you said, Anna, this tension in the stomach, you know, sometimes we can discover, okay, there's something still there reminding, and just those words obviously was like a reminder that even I didn't really consciously think about that, you know, but still there was something there. And so it's good to go through. We need to discover, like I was talking about in the beginning, we need to discover all the obstacles that we have put up against love. And they can look like memories, you know, or beliefs. But even those are also not really the real obstacle. We put them there because we didn't want God. So even those memories, they're not the real problem or issue. We put them there so that we could stay away a bit from God. So it's a journey to keep questioning. Even like for me, we were both like in a peaceful place, and then this kind of little bit of discomfort was there. So what was that? Oh, that was just because he playfully used the word spanking. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually feeling really grateful, because going into the meditation, and as we moved through it, I had nothing that came to mind. No triggers, no agitation, no upsets. And I checked in with my body, and I was feeling completely peaceful. And when I got to the door, when you talked about the door, I mean, sometimes I wasn't even completely, I mean, I could hear you talking, but I wasn't always catching the words. Like I was just really, really sinking into that peacefulness and the calm. And when I got to the door and opened it up, the door was white and kind of a blank canvas. And then I opened the door and just stepped out into this blank canvas. And I could feel myself just take a deep breath and open, just feel like I was opening to something new and something fresh. And when I think about the last, month or so and all the intense emotions and just chaos that I've kind of gone through in my mind, and then connecting with the two of you and joining in with the sessions, and it just feels, and saying yes to coming in April to the retreat, I just feel like I'm just feeling this kind of peaceful spark that something fresh and new is there for me because I've said yes. And that just kind of that was the feeling that I settled into with the meditation. So yeah, so I'm really grateful.
Nice. Oh, that feels so good.
Yeah, because it doesn't seem to come very often. And it was just so unexpected, because usually as soon as I go into meditating, there's just all kinds of stuff that comes into my mind, but this time it wasn't. So it's a beautiful experience.
Yeah, that's so helpful to kind of get this reinforcement, that this is right. You're on track. Feels good.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
I just want to say it feels so amazing to see you all, you guys. I love you all.
I love you. It's very sweet to see you too. Thank you, Grace. May you glitter as the morning dew.
I just heard morning dew, but I didn't hear the thing before.
May you glitter and shine as the morning dew in the morning sun.
Oh, I mean.
Yeah, I can share just a little experience I had there. It wasn't during that meditation, it was during, it was actually after our last meditation at 5 o'clock. I was sitting on my bed and I was guided just to sit and not do anything. And I'm often guided to do this sometimes, just sit and not really do anything, like leave my eyes open. And I could feel something kind of stir down here. And then it's like my mind went completely quiet. There was like it's like there couldn't have been a thought. It was like just profound quietness. And in that moment, I saw there is no, it's like the ego wasn't there. I could see it doesn't even exist. At one moment, there was no ego, no self. And then, as soon as I saw that, a fear arose because I wasn't identified with anything. And then the next instant, I could feel myself grabbing the ego again, or grabbing the self. And then it came back kind of to normal, but the fear went. But it was quite profound because I could see, like I think Laurie said, there's such a fear of the light and the fear of that emptiness, and that silence, and fear of the peace. And it's like a part of the mind just couldn't stand it. And I had to grab the ego again.
Yeah.
It's like, geez, I was just processing it there for the whole session.
Yeah.
Yeah. God, the fear is of God, yeah, the fear of our true identity is really strong. You know, it's like it seems to be a kind of a constant thing in a way, like below the surface, you know, this constant holding on to what we're not, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's it.
It's blown away, you know.
Yeah, it feels like you had a beautiful glimpse.
Mm.
Yeah.
I want more than just a glimpse, though.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been so inspired by the conditions of peace the last few days. And in paragraph 4, he says, to you who have acknowledged the call of your Redeemer, the strain of not responding to his call seems to be greater than before. This is not so. Before, the strain was there, but you attributed it to something else, believing that the something else produced it. This was never true, for what the something else produced was sorrow and depression, sickness and pain, darkness and dim imaginings of terror, cold fantasies of fear, and fiery dreams of hell. And it was nothing but the intolerable strain of refusing to give faith to truth and see its evident reality. So the strain comes from refusing to give faith to truth. And all these issues, even childhood traumas, I mean, the whole universe, you know, we think they are the obstacle, but they are what comes from this refusal of yes to true identity and the release of this personal identity. And there is a great fear of that. So it feels like you tasted a glimpse of that, of being not being identified, and then how scary it is to not know who you are. So then rushing back.
Yeah, and like this year, that's been the kind of topic for me, is like, who am I? You know, who really, like, who am I and what am I even? That's been on my mind since that long day meditation we had, just, you know, I think after whenever it was, a few weeks back.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. And I think, that sincere questioning, like, of what am I? Show me what I am, Father. You know, I think, results like will come. You know, so I'm going to keep asking that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I just want to add as well, there was fear, definitely, and wanting to get the identification back, but that silence is so beautiful. That quietness in the mind is like nothing can disturb it at all. It's that's what I want, you know. Really, that's what I want.
Yeah. Yeah. And it is all about identity, like in self-concept versus self, you know. He describes it. There is no statement that the world is more afraid of to hear than this. I do not know the thing I am, and therefore do not know what I'm doing, where I am, and how to look upon the world or on myself. Yet in this learning is salvation born, and what you are will tell you of itself. In the learning to not know how to look on the world is salvation born. What you are will tell you of itself. That stillness, there was a taste of that, of who you are, of I am. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you. It's been a beautiful session.
Mm.
All the shares I found really, like, every one of the shares said something about the experience I just had, just something I could connect each little thing to what I just felt. So it's like we're all just one mind, we're all so joined. Thank you.
That's a fact. Thank you.
I just want to share the song that's keep on playing in my mind. And when you started singing it, I don't want to sing it, but yeah, my little light, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh my God, that's playing. It's like a choir in my mind.
Beautiful. You want to sing it?
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Yay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's it. That's lovely.
I've been singing that song for 2 days. They ever put a movie on for us, and it was the final song of the movie, and it was the one song I learned in Sunday school. Yeah, we've been singing it. I can't believe. Thank you, Francis.
You had more success than me. I realized this is the song I tried to sing is the song you always sing.
Oh,
But you didn't hear it.
I didn't pick it up.
I need to work on my tune.
Yeah, just keep singing it and I'll get it eventually.
Just let your love shine. Let your love shine. Okay.
I don't know, maybe someone else knows it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we unmute?
Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know that song. The season joy or something. Let your love shine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the season.
Yeah.
I can't pull it together. I remember the title.
That's the reason. Yeah.
Yeah.
The reason it's the season. Yeah.
That's great.
Maybe I will have to try to find it on the phone.
It's great. I've heard it, yeah.
So nice. Let your love flow. The Bellamy brothers.
Beautiful. They're feeling it. I could feel it.
Oh, that's fun. See, we can even dance on the screen together. Well, this has been delightful. Really sweet.
Yeah. Yeah. Big heart feeling for everyone, with everyone.
Yeah. Let your love flow.
Oh, some hearts here.
Yeah.
Your little goggles on. Yeah. Have a beautiful rest of your night, rest of your day. We'll see you all soon.
See you in a blink. See you in the moment. Love you.
Love you.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Tentacles of love coming.
I'm going to get you.
Can't get away from them. Okay, I'll end this meeting now before it goes off track.